just as crazy and I don't know what to do. So I made a podcast for me and for you. Pizza sauce and diggly digs, everybody loves a digs. Japanese girls and 80s flicks, rock and roll like Stevie Nicks. Mafia humors, elder rules, telling you what's wrong with school. Bruno James and Dan Marino, talking shit on people we know. Hockey fights and cracking beers, living life without no fear. Oh, my brain, what's inside? I don't know what to write.
Like weird Japanese shit.
Turtles and Hot Pockets. If you don't like those, I don't want to be friends.
Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham beat Man City Saturday morning, I believe it was. I have no concept of time or place, but I believe it was Saturday morning. I watched the highlights today because I didn't really get a chance to watch or pay attention when it was on live. Amazing. It's like the annoying thing about this team, Tottenham, is that I don't know if you care about Premier League, but as an outsider of England, you kind of have to pick a team, you pick a squad. When I was living in China, a lot of my friends and roommates were from England. So I got even more into Premier than I was just from playing like FIFA and watching World Cups and stuff. But, you know, I like Tottenham. I like the players, all this stuff. Over the years, I like watching them. Their games happened to be on when I was in China at different pubs. So I got into them. Maybe it was circumstantial that their games were on or a timing thing because of the 12-hour time difference. I don't know. But I got to like the guys, and I realized more and more they're like the perfect team for somebody from Philly because they waste talent. It seems they always seem like they have a team that can do it. There's all this build up and the hopes and they could do, this could be their year, and they always underwhelm and finish like middle of the pack. But they're not bad enough. They're not complete garbage to rile people up enough to like do what's needed to be done. So they're just infuriating. They also, like many Philly teams, play up to talent and play down to talent. So when they play these garbage teams they should beat, they let an easy game go, or they give up a lead, or it's awful. And then they play the pretty much arguably the best team in the world right now, a Man City. I mean, on paper, at least. I don't know. Apparently PSG is insane as well, but I don't know if it's the depth. It might just be the key of like a few people. Like with Man City, it's like every single player is, you know, top quality. Maybe the Spanish teams, perhaps. I don't know. I don't think anyone in Italy right now, I don't think any of those teams are as good as Man. Maybe. I don't know. But it just feels good. I don't know. It's all rainy this week, and just having like some soccer back on, and it's on like all during the week. Like Tottenham plays tomorrow. My buddy said like Champions League's on right now. It's just that time of year where every other sport is down more or less. Like even basketball, I just checked. The Sixers aren't even coming back until like Friday or Saturday or something. It's weird for, you know, basketball to have a week off, but I guess maybe that's because of March Madness. Did they plan that on purpose? I never thought about that. They might plan that so that, you know, most people are going to be watching that instead of the NBA. They don't lose out a bunch of viewers. But it's good to have hockey. There's no football. Hockey stinks because the Flyers are garbage. There's no basketball. There's no baseball. I've been in the mood for baseball, though. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully the Phillies get some pitchers or something, maybe because of all this turmoil and mess. Maybe some people get fed up and they want to leave where they're at, or who the hell knows? Maybe it'll come out that this helps the Phillies somehow. But because it was warm the last couple of days, relatively, it was like 55 and sunny yesterday, and the other day was pretty warm, whatever. I'm in the mood for like, I'm at the end of winter, you know, when you're just like, I'm done. Your hands are all like white and like scarred up and cut up from the dry ass weather, and the dog nicks me and then I just bleed. It's like all it takes is that one sunny day for you to hate winter. Like it's almost just at the point where you get accustomed to it. You're like, I've resolved myself to just fine. All right. You know what? I like it. Okay. I enjoy the shoveling and all it's nice and it's peaceful, and I like being lazy. It's a giant excuse to just eat whatever the hell I want, do whatever the hell I want. And I don't have to explain myself to myself or anyone else. And it's fantastic. So you get right to that point where you've accepted old man Winter's proctology exam. And then you're like, you get one warm day and you're like, oh my God, this blows. You're like, I'm sweating, like sweat. Oh my God, I forgot that existed. Like, it's just, you got sunglasses on. You get that weird like raccoon shit going because you've been inside, like eating Triscuits, like a stowed away, like mouse all winter and just eating, just stuffing yourself with garbage. And then you come out and you're like pasty. You're like the marshmallow man from Ghostbusters. Man, that was a fucking brutal reference. It's like, you're like the, that white thing, man. It was not great. But truly, now I'm ready for spring and I want hot dogs and I want all that shit. But unfortunately, winter takes a nice piss in your face, except it's not warm. It's a cold piss. I don't know how it's like a piss from one of them White Walker thing. God, these references are fucking brutal. Call me Maddie references. This is awful. I feel like I wanted to say a piss from a Frozen character, but I'm pretty sure I'd get sued for that somehow. Jesus, where my fucking brain goes. Bad. Just don't say that. So anyway, you get real excited and I'm into it. I'm also all pumped back up on like doing shit to the house. I'm all pumped because of that warm weather. You start realizing, you know what I mean? We spend like most of our time in like 2 rooms tops, pretty much just like lounging or we're cooking. And then we realize like we got the rest of this house. This could be awesome. Like we can do all this stuff with it, but you don't feel like doing it in the winter. So now we're like stripping wallpaper and we're trying to, all right, that's pretty much all we're doing. But like, looking at tools, I'm just getting back in that mindset. Like that's what it's all about, is getting in that mindset. And then, inevitably you're inevitably, your eyes are bigger than your stomach and you're like, I'm going to build this. I'm getting a table saw. I'm getting a fucking miter saw. I don't even know. I've never used a miter saw, but for some reason I feel like I need the compound one with the extending arm because I seen a dude on YouTube and he knew what he was doing. I'm like, I'm going to build that fucking shit. And it's like, what am I doing? Then that wanes after like the first thing I have to do. I'm like, this is work. Can we go to IKEA? Like, this sucks. It's like I'm fucking everything up. I'm a lot more, really what it is just facing your own inadequacies. You're like, I thought I was a dude. Like I could build shit and do stuff. And there's like nails sticking out. The whole thing's lopsided. It's just like, yeah, right. How much did you say it was at IKEA? It's bad. But no, I like tinkering and doing stuff, and that's the only way. You got to make a couple of fucked up, shitty bird feeders and whatnot before you can do something. But with YouTube, Christ, it's easy. That's the other thing. I realize all these people who are handy nowadays aren't handy at all. Okay, a couple of them, like they work actual jobs where they use tools and shit, but I'm pretty sure they're at a point where they don't actually do any of the work. A couple of them do, but then a couple of the other guys think like just to oversee things. But for the most part, those people, they're on the job YouTubing how to do this shit. Like they're watching DIY projects like at the construction site. It's like, that's what's happening more and more. But all these people make you feel inadequate. Like, I don't know how to do it. And then all it takes is get a couple of drinks from one of these people. And they're like, dude, no, just YouTube that shit. I just do exactly what they say. It's like you're an idiot if you try doing this shit on your own. So I'm getting all back into that. That's what the weather's doing as well. Just getting me, just ready to take the house by the horns so it can plow me into the ground while weeping in IKEA. Doing that. But the reason I got all hyped on that wasn't just the weather, is because I had my first bachelor party this weekend for my buddy's wedding, and it was wild. It was a lot more fun than I thought. Like, I don't know what I thought it would be. It would be exhausting. It would be upsetting and just abusive and all those things that you go. If the party was going to go to 11, you took it to 12. Like I don't mean the time. Like we were up until like 4 or 5 a.m. and shit. I mean, like on the level of intensity. If it went to 100, well, you're taking it to 150. You know what I mean? I guess that's a better example for you non-amp knowing Spinal Tap people out there. I've mentioned Spinal Tap before. It's kind of like one of those movies you only really need to watch it once and you got it. You try watching it again, you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. But like, I love it, but I'm good. It's, well, okay, maybe like it's in every like 10, every decade movie. You don't need that thing every 5 years. You know, it's enough. Like, it's kind of like Monty Python. Like every decade, you know what I mean? You need to get really fucked up on a couch with a bunch of people and just watch Monty Python. But if you're watching that like every year, you need to get your fucking dome checked. Like there's something wrong with you. Like that's just too much British fucking Coke and drunkards every year of my life, you know? But they're out there, those people. I mean, they're sick, but they're out there. What was I talking about? Oh, the bachelor party. Yeah, it's just excessive and it's crazy and wild. But it's just there's a lot of bullshitting and fun, really, you know. And for me, I've been in my house, or not just in my house, but like I've been away from my friends really for like the last 2 years because of COVID and different people who are high risk in my life and these people. I wasn't going around my buddies because they were completely the other end of the spectrum where they were going to bars and partying and karaoke and blah, blah, blah. They didn't care. You know what I mean? Why would they? They're all young 30s. Healthy, more or less. I mean, some of them aren't healthy and they don't care. Whatever. What are you going to do? You got to live. And anyway, we were up in this mountain house and it just got me realizing like how much of a blast hanging out with a bunch of people is when your place is set up, you know, and it don't even have to be perfect. Just like you just need like a solid, good foundation to throw down a good party in, and it turns into a blast. Like you realize most of the shit you don't care about. Obviously, long term, I want it set up more, but I'm just pumped to get it to a point where like, you know, I need the pool table, I need the dartboard, I need like just some fun shit here and there. You know, I can add in long term. I want like a shuffleboard table. I want foosball. Why not? I would love foosball even probably before a lot of things, but I wouldn't say pool table because I can't play foosball alone, and one-on-one isn't the same. You got to have 2-on-2 when you play foosball. I've tried one-on-one. I'm not good enough for that. That's half of the problem. So I'm not having fun because I suck ass, but I'm too slow. My brain just does. It's not as exciting. I like just manning my two little spots and getting really, really into my little zone. You know what I mean? And then you can blame the other person if shit goes wrong. And I don't know. And also you get that difference between front and back. Like I like just playing goalie and defense, and that's all I have to worry about. And then when you play up front, you know, you can really work on getting like shots off the angle of the guy and stuff. So it, you know, cuts across. When you're playing one person, it's just like it's grab ass. You're just all over the place. So anyway, I ain't going to get a foosball table anyway, but long term, you know, really, I want a bar and all that shit. But right now I don't need much. And all my boys have them like flat top grills. Well, two of my buddies have them flat top grills. Oh my God, those things are amazing. And it's like, I even prefer a flame grill. I don't even have one of those flat tops, but when you just watch somebody cook like 300 sausages on one of them, you're just like, I need this. Like your total like butthead, man instinct just goes like, I seen some of my buddies up there grilling. I didn't even know these dudes knew how to cook, let alone desired to cook. My one boy went out there and was cooking, and I was just like, he was drawn to it like a moth to the flame, just a flat blacktop, the possibilities of being that fucking guy in that beer commercial from the 90s. That's what's happening. You're that guy, and everyone wants to be that guy in that Coors commercial because he was the man and he had chicks, and that's all the fuck anyone cares about who's considering buying a grill. It was so awesome though. So anyway, like toys are fun. Basically, I need to get into man toys, you know. I don't really want the smoker. I don't want like everything. You know, there's some of these guys like, you got the smoker, you got this fucking, I don't know. I'm not bad mouthing my buddies who have it. I fucking eat their shit. It's amazing. It's just like, I don't know if I need that. Like I'm looking for things I can do the most with. It's not just the most bang for my buck. It's just like I don't need too much bullshit around because I'm lazy and you got to take care of it. And I'm not only lazy, I'm like, it's the kind of thing that I'll just like let fall into ruin when you have too many of them. I won't want that. I probably won't. I'll do all the work necessary and that's what'll suck. I will take care of it and I don't feel like it. So toys, you just got to have a bunch of weird, fun shit. And that's what it's fucking about, And that's what's like really motivating me right now. I feel like I lost sight of that, of like, the point is to have fun. Like, it's not like I'm putting this shit up so I can sit and just look at it and go, look, I got this spot. Look, it's old air. Everything's all, I want to fucking throw down. Like, that's the whole point, is the having fun and letting it be wild and just doing a bunch of weird shit. We were playing this game. What was that called? Shut the Box. This game is awesome. Shut the Box game. This thing, it's like this, I don't think you have to gamble. I don't know. I wouldn't really be much into it without the gambling, but it's just kick-ass game. You can gamble on rolling dice. We got into there. I swear to God, every single person that was at that house that didn't currently own one of these went home and immediately bought one of these. It's awesome. We were playing with this 9. It's got 9 tiles. This tiny little box, which is pretty sweet. It's only about like this big. And I mean, it's like a cigar box. It's fucking awesome to just carry this little thing around. And it's just like basically a load of fun in a box. Like, it's so good. Just a couple pieces of wood and some dice. Just like, yes, you can't beat it. I feel like backgammon is something. Is that what this is? Fucking Gucci backgammon set, $4,000. Oh my God. The funny thing is, I bet a shit ton of people have this fucker. Who's even selling? Oh, Gucci is. Oh, dude, I heard backgammon's like this. Never played. My buddy who lived in Turkey said like this thing is fucking sweet. Like, this is what's wrong with, what's it called? Like materialism, sorry, I was like lost in, it's so beautiful. Like, I want it. This is what's wrong with materialism. You don't give a fuck. And look at the background on this pattern. And I know, I'm not even into Gucci. Fuck Gucci. But this tropical like swamp pattern, it's gorgeous. And the black and the brown, it all just works. It's like, I mean, if you're going to smuggle drugs or have like a gun and a bunch of fucking money in something like this, and it's supposed to be backgammon, that's like I need to write a movie just about this thing now. It's like a kick-ass Tarantino movie. Guy drops down the fucking backgammon. Blam. Look at these. He's got these little things. I don't even know what these are for, the chips. But apparently when my boy was in Turkey, Istanbul, Constantinople. It's Istanbul, Constantinople. That song's awful, and it's been redone by way too many bands. In Istanbul, he said that people were playing this shit everywhere, just cafes. From what I got from him, which he was basically a piece of crap for 3 months, he did apparently have an internship in a Hilton hotel there, and where he would wander the catacombs underneath. Apparently building like some old ass catacombs or something. But not to throw him on blast, but he probably wasn't being, a good citizen. He wasn't going to the gym and, he was just living a wild life. But he said basically, meaning he's a little biased, but people would just sit around at cafes, just like eating half the day, smoking hookah, which is like massive there, and just like playing backgammon. And I guess they were gambling. I mean, I would assume, do they have other versions? This one with this background shit, though, is no joke. Like, I don't even care about Gucci or this one's fucking nice, too. Why do I want this shit? It's so nice. I don't like those colors at all. Oh my God, this is so baller. The fuck is this thing? G-print game set? Almost $7,000. My Lord. Did I take a screenshot of this? I must. Because that is a beaut. I like how this podcast has just turned into me shopping for shit. that not even shopping, like insane. Like, yeah, one day I'll have a $4,000 backgammon, which even if I had the money, what a fucking asshole thing to purchase. But who knows? You know what? I haven't played backgammon. Perhaps $4,000 for this luxury backgammon isn't outrageous. Maybe it's that good. This is the set for life. Maybe backgammon. How the hell do you play backgammon? I need to find that out now. But this shut the box game, you know, a lot of fun, and it's simple. Get it, buy it, gamble, enjoy yourself. But that's what I'm saying. You don't need a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Somebody brought like a box, and it's like, here's anything in life. It don't take much. You know what it takes in life about like anything? I know it's like the dumbest statement ever, but like to enjoy anything or get anything out of it, all it really takes is being into it. You know what I mean? Like, which I guess you could call passion, which I've talked about before. Having passion or just getting excited about it. All it takes is a couple of people to be excited. Boom, it's a blast. It doesn't matter what it is. Perfect example of that. And I'm going to get back to backgammon. The perfect example of just being into something. We're at this bachelor pad, and you know, it's like a Airbnb house. So they got a pool table that you know is going to be kind of small. It's going to be in a location where you half the shots are like fucking this, and you're like, you know, it's like you're jerking off Big Bird. You're like, the fuck am I? The fuck? What am I doing here? This one of these shots, like, and you know, you got no chance of making it. You're probably gonna scratch the fuck out of the table, but you don't care because it's not yours, and it's already got like fucking half of the Northeast. Half of the Northeast quarters come on this fucking thing. And how many people have been fucked on this pool table? There's a hot tub right next to it filled with fucking brown stuff. It was a nice place though, but it's just that Airbnb, it gets abused. You know what I mean? It's not a home. You know what I mean? There's, you check corners. It's not a home. The one place is really nice. There's a little cabin, but you know, it has the inevitable party house random shit that we were into. We're into the gambling. We're into playing pool, super into that. Everyone loves that. But then there's this old school game machine there, which I found out wasn't old school at all. They sell them at Walmart for like $450. It was the Galaga edition. And I saw it and I didn't give a shit. I hate them old games. I'm like, fuck that old shit. Like, I get it. It's the classics, but it's garbage. Like, I want to play Mario Kart. Fuck out of here with this Frogger. You know what I mean? So I didn't care. But then apparently Saturday night, we come back from this, you know, crazy bar party, amazing band, the whole 9 yards. We were annihilated. My buddy starts telling me that he got the high score on Galaga. I'm like, oh, huh. Or we start looking at it and he tells me, oh, I was playing Galaga last night at like 2 a.m. I get the high score. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, I know Galaga. Like, I've heard it so many times. I never really played it. I can't say. I get in there. I beat his high score. Immediately, I'm hooked. It's all about the high score, the arcade machine. I got my head against this thing. I was blown away. We're blasting rock. We had on like early Pearl Jam. And then we had on like, which, you know, you got to think early Pearl Jam might have even been like when arcades were just going out. So it like fit. It was perfect. And then, we're just blasting rock and shit. I'm slamming the White Claws at this point. I can't get another beer down. Just slamming White Claws, basically telling myself it's just seltzer as my vision starts to go out. And I'm just so sucked into it. It's so good. And it's like, I didn't care about that machine at all. It was just sitting there. Like, I couldn't care less. But it takes like, I learned so much from playing Galaga that like, what a fucking opening line of a book. I learned so much from playing Galaga that night. It changed my life. It basically did though, because there's so much to be said there about basic human, not even bias, which they are biased obviously. But if you look at like the 25 main human bias, you know, it's like just human motivation. That high score, it pushes you to get a little bit higher. Can I get a little bit higher? Can I get just, and you know what's coming. You're like, I do this, I do this, I do this. And then you know how to push. It's right there, that stick. Like, these people are geniuses. I don't know who made these games, but you know how much money they're pumping in quarters into them things. It gets you so hooked. And when you have somebody else about beating them, and then you get to put your name in 3 letters. My one, I put some random shit. I think it actually almost said, I might have said like ass, but I didn't mean to. It just wouldn't change. But perfect example, I wasn't into that at all, but it took one of my buddies to be into it. And then we were literally there for like 3 hours in the middle of the night. And other people were playing pool and they didn't get it. I was losing my shit because I beat my buddy's score by 4. I had the top 4 spots. I booted his top score down to number 5. That motivated this motherfucker like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Like this dude, you know, bless his heart, one of my best friends for a long time. You know, he's got his demons, his problems in and out of, you know, rehab and such. But this man was motivated like none other I've ever seen to beat my high score. He didn't only beat it, he doubled it. I couldn't get anywhere near it for the rest of the night. I think I got within like 8,000 points and even that wasn't even close. And it was just like, he literally just was like top 4 scores, dude. I just told you I got the top score and you had to put me down to number 5. Like you couldn't even leave me at like number 2 or 3. You're that kind of prick where you got to do the top 4. Just, you left me on the fucking board. You know what I mean? It was a bit of a dick move, but I got excited. I was just trying to amp my own best score. You know what I mean? But I did power move them where I was just like top 4 me, fuck you, you're 5. I left you on the board. That's what you get. Like it was just a real kick in the shin. And little did I know, I just motivated this motherfucker, like completely ass handed to me. And he just walked away. He didn't play it again for the rest of the night. It was just like, But anyway, I learned how amazing what motivation will do. Amazing what all these human biases will do. So funny. So yeah, anyway, backgammon might be like that. And you know what? You might be real into it and you're like, you got to bring it to people. And they're like, I don't know. It's that tipping point where they're like, okay, I'm in. All right. And that's all it takes. You got to just coax a little bit. Fucking games are the best. It's, I don't know, game theory, all that shit. I'm not really, I should read that book, I guess. But I feel like it's one of those things that got overused and overplayed and just smeared, which is a detriment to what it actually stands for, because I'm sure it probably has applications still. And, you know, it washes out its worth because it's just like, like me, like, I don't know. I don't even really know much about it. I do, but I'm sure it's a lot bigger than I think. But that's what happens. I just go like, it's game theory wiki. Let's see what we got. Like I knew what it is, but I'm just saying, like, I've read that Black Swan book that I think that a lot of these people talk about it. But I'm just saying, you hear something enough in the common nomenclature to just go, whatever. I don't really care, you know, but you probably should. Game theory is the study of mathematical models of strategic interactions among rational agents. I think what happened was a lot of people were taking this and applying it to things where it shouldn't have really been applied, which is typically all of science and math and probably why they get a bad rap. It's the application, not the underlying theory or underlying, you know, truth of the matter. It has applications in all fields of social science as well as in logic, system science. See, I feel like this is the problem. As well as in logic, system science, and computer science. Originally, it addressed two-person zero-sum games, which each participant's gains or losses are exactly balanced by those of other participants. In the 21st century, game theory applies to a wide range of behavioral relations. It is now an umbrella term for the science of logical decision-making in humans, animals, as well as computers. See, that's kind of my... Let me reread that. Is now an umbrella term for the science of logical decision-making in humans, animals. See, now, do the people that study humans and animals want this, or was that like some cross-pollination shit? I'd be curious, you know, to talk to like Sapolsky here. Mr. Sapolsky, I still gotta get into this. I feel bad. I'm so into that wrestling book though. Like, I can't help it. You know what I mean? And it's not like, I don't say that as like, I'm reading about wrestling. It's a super interesting book about American history. You know, so I'm just into that I haven't been able to sink my teeth into that, but I'd be curious if somebody like him likes that this stuff is applied. Is it inevitable that it needs to be applied to these things? Or should it be, you know? I feel like that's sometimes people see a connection or a correlation, and they jump on that and they're like, I'm going to be that guy at the crossroads of these two sciences intermingling. And, you know, how often does a school that's trying to make a name for itself or push into some new field kind of roll the dice on something like that? Be like, yeah, we're going to promote this when maybe some people should go, I don't know about that. I don't know. It's just my thought on some of this stuff. But back to backgammon. How about you guys watch me learn how to play backgammon? You guys, should I not do that? Talk to you guys. This dude looks like Ivan. This dude looks like my boy. There's a whole channel, Backgammon Galaxy. Backgammon rules. You can be a grandmaster in this shit. What? This dude kind of looks like my boy Ivan from Comedy in Shanghai. All right, I'm not going to do this to you. Sitting here watching backgammon rules. I do want to learn. I'm obsessed now. I feel like it's so stupid too. Oh shit, I hit the camera. Oh fuck, I'm so sorry out there. I feel like backgammon's funny because literally most people probably have one of those like dual board checkers boards where you flip it over, the other side's backgammon, or you had like one of those multi-play games where you wind up losing half the pieces. And you got like using bottle caps by like month. You get it for Christmas, and by February, half the pieces are like bottle caps, shit from Monopoly, fucking Crazy Bones. Got like a fucking Eggy as my king. Oh, that is a genius idea. I gotta find my Crazy Bones. I was just thinking about those the other day. My Crazy Bones and my tech decks. And I'm scared to look on eBay and find out that like some tech decks that I had are now going for like $5,000 a piece. And I had them like still in the plastic and shit. Those are like the Hot Wheels of skateboarding. It's fucking genius. You change the wheels and shit. It's so much cooler than Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels are fine. They're fine. You can change out these little bolts so you can put on different trucks and shit. Like, woo. Can't do shit with them. That's got to get looked up now. People that do sick tech deck shit. But I was thinking about that shit and it's all disappeared. I don't know where any of it is. Awesome tech deck tricks. This is going to be sick. I know it. Once Japanese people got into this, forget about it. It's fucking, holy fuck. There's a whole tech deck channel. What? Oh my God. There's a fucking skate park, like competitions and shit. 2011 U.S. fingerboarding championship. Fingerboarding. That is not what I would call. That is not what I thought that was. Sounds like an awful torture. It's like waterboarding, but with your fingers. No, they're so wet. Oh my God, it's a bad joke. Let's see what the fuck this is about.
Helps you work more efficiently.
Shut up.
Which makes accomplishing your work goals easier.
Shut the fuck up. He don't write emails. Dude looks like he does porn. Is that Tony Hawk? Oh yeah, he's talking about real skateboarding. I thought he was in. What? That dude just flipped that shit. The fuck? These dudes like deuce. Oh my God, what? These kids are freaks. This is insane. Dude did a kickflip. What? This is fucking wild. If you don't think America is fucking cool, fuck out of here. Fucking kids make money off of fucking skateboarding with their fingers. Holy shit, that's so fucking funny. It's so ridiculous. That's the fucking funniest shit. I had so much. I had like 2 vert ramps. I definitely had. Oh, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. It's so fucking. Look at these shits. Whole skate parks. Oh. I'm going to have to turn the sound off, aren't I? Balls. This is on the same mic. Oh, well, you're going to get a little bit of it. There's 360 flip. Out of here. You think these dudes are good at skateboarding too, or they just went to the skate park and were like, imagine going to a skate park with one of these, like a real one, and you're just like walking around with it. I guess they do. What? The dude just like literally, he like turned his hand. So he like landed like, oh my God. It's hard to tell if these kids are complete losers at their school or if like in Utah or some shit, this is like, these dudes are getting fucking serious ass. It's wild. I got to watch more of this shit somewhere else. This is, you know what? Finding out that there's professional tech decking or fingerboarding as they, oh, literally, that's funny. Fingerboarding. It's like actually my fingers is like when people find out there's professional tag and then you're like, it's pretty disturbing how quickly you're into it. You're like, this is awesome. It's basically like parkour. What else we got? Did I have the bowl? I think my cousin had the bowl. Super cool tech deck tricks. I don't know. So I'm just burping right into the mic. This is a disgrace. Oh, look at this. That's pretty funny. Put the Pope in a... What is going on? This is wild. What is it? Look at that thing in the background. What is that? Is that a spaceship? Or a... I think it's a... Whatchamacallit? I think that's a submarine. Where are these fellas at? Weird parts of the U.S. with these things that we didn't have as children. We didn't have Casa Bonita. I wish we did. I love that place. South Park. What was that blue? What is that? Is that a submarine or a kayak? I don't know. Why am I so interested in what the fuck's in the back? This is why I get nothing done in my life. I'm interested. It is interesting. Like it's a spaceship or some shit. Tech deck. How to ollie. BMX finger. Are they going to ride this thing? He's got little shoes on. Look at this. Fucking 1 million views. BMX finger. How many fucking viewers do they have? You know, YouTube is really bad. 390K subscribers. YouTube is awful for people of my age group. It probably causes more suicides than anything. Like, imagine you got a master's degree and you're in like $20,000 debt. And then there's a fucking kid playing with a $5 fucking made for 5 cents in China BMX bike. And he's got 400,000 people that watch his shit regularly. He's got fucking, what does he got? He's got merch down here. What is this? Stainless tumbler? Who's buying? I kind of do want a BMX finger tumbler. That'd be kind of funny. I don't understand who the hell's wearing this shit. And then, but it's like, then you're disturbed. Like it actually is a lot of work. They're setting the camera up different places. Like, I think it just comes out of me being lazy as shit. Cause I'm like, I could fucking do this. This is crap. Then you look, you're like, these are some pretty nice shots. He's got a nice camera. Maybe he's using an iPhone. There's a lot of different shots. Like, look at what the hell is this place in the background? It's pretty beautiful. There's a couple of tricks. What is this? Just an unboxing? Or is it? This is ridiculous. 1 million fucking people. You got to make shit for kids, but then you got to be careful. The world's fucking. Oh yeah, I remember them plastic pieces were a bitch to get in. Oh, I want my shit back. I feel like making shit for kids is sketchy in this world. You try to make some cool shit. You slip up once, everybody's up your ass. Or yeah, if you slipped up in the past, and I'm damn sure I did that. It's like, what's that guy's name? Bim Bim or whatever the fuck is that name? YouTuber for kids. Bibbidi. Oh, what the hell is that game? Blitzo? Biggest kids YouTuber. The dude that he took a shit on his friend's face. Fuck are these people? What? Get out of here with these cookies. Where else is he? Bounce Patrol, Peppa Pig, Toy Putting TV. I can't watch this stuff. It'll hurt me too bad. CBS 3 Rhymes. Galena. Pintadina. Little baby bum. What the fuck is that? El Reno Infantil? What? Well, I can't find him. There's this one dude who was like huge. I found out like my nephew's got his toy. Like I seen his name on it. I don't know why I can't think of it. But like the dude took a shit on his friend's face to some popular song like 12 years ago because he would make gross out videos and everyone found out. But like it seems like nobody gave a shit. Like it's really weird. You know, I don't know if I talked about this before. Like you can get canceled for like the most ridiculous. That one chick got canceled for saying like her friend. No, that girl that got canceled because she said like Avatar was like a Disney movie and basically, or Disney movie was like Avatar. She was basically saying nobody's original and they're making the same horse shit movie over and over again. This dude is making content for baby children, like 2, 3, 4 years old, maybe, you know, up to like whatever, first grade. And he took a shit on his friend's face below a toilet. Like, and everyone knows it. Everyone saw it. And they're just like, yeah, but his content's good. Like nobody fucking content is truly king. Yet this other girl, her content, I guess, just wasn't good enough. She's doing movie reviews and we're like, nah, we're gonna cancel you. You ain't really doing much of a service. Or what it is, it's because the people who watch this nobody that's watching kids shit cares. They're old enough to have kids. They're kind of past the point of like, I'm offended, cancel. That's all like people under 30 in like the 25 age group and younger into high school. I feel like anybody with kids is like, I don't give a fuck what the guy did. I need a fucking hour to go take a shit and fucking sit in my kitchen in peace. Maybe have something to eat for once that isn't half cold and grimy and a day old. Maybe I'll have a glass of wine or a beer. Who knows? But I need that kid entertained. If the guy took a shit, whatever, so be it. I don't care. I'd like to take a shit. It's basically what's going on. What the hell is that guy's name? I want to keep this open now. I'm all over the fucking place. What is that guy's name? Children's YouTuber pooped on his friend. There he is. Why didn't I just go right to the source? You know, if you got to YouTube somebody, don't beat around the bush. Just find out whatever fucking horrible shit they did and look it up. I'm saying over here trying to avoid catching the video of this guy shitting on his friend like I'm fucked up. I didn't do it. I'm just Blippy took a slippy. Kids YouTube star Blippy. This motherfucker makes like $10 million a month doing what I was basically doing in China for fucking a couple $1,000s a month, acting like a goddamn clown. You know, not a complete moron, but you're explaining things. You're just being silly. You're animated. I was doing that same thing. The problem with me in life and not getting anywhere is like if I just tell everybody, look, I know I don't have a job right now. I know I gotta pay bills and my loans and the man and I know I don't have a car. But look, just give me a year. I'm going to put on a blue and orange hat, blue and orange sunglasses, a bow tie. I'm going to go around to things around the neighborhood. I'm going to ask people, hey, you got a deli? Mind if I come back and show kids how a sandwich is made? I'm going to do that for a year. Film it. Don't worry about it. I got a crew. How am I paying? I don't know. Whatever. I'll film it. First I got to buy a lot of equipment, cameras and shit. And then, but after a year, I'm going to be making $10 million a year. People will be like, fuck out of your mind, you mentally ill idiot. Get off of whatever drugs you're on. So I go, that's a dumb idea. I'm not going to do that because I don't have the stomach for it. You got to lean into this garbage. The viral video in which he poops all over his friend before he was Blippy. A Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age. He's called the Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age. He was Steezy Grossman and he pooped on his friend. So who are these other cats? I want to find out who this one is. El Reno Infantil. Is this like just popular because number of subscribers? That's wild. That is crazy. What goes on? What the hell is this? Not what I expected. Oh, so this isn't like, it's like a show then. It's not like a YouTuber. Oh, okay. I thought it was like one person. I feel like Blippy's, I got more respect for him. despite despite who or what he shit on. Nursery rhymes. What is Masha and the Bear? I don't think I think these are cartoons though. I feel like cartoon studios realized like certain ones they could build a show that's just for YouTube and distribute there and make a killing. These fucking 52 million views. Oh my God. That's wild. What else we got? I don't know. I'm interested now. Galena Pintadina. Let's look at that. Sounds like an 80s song. Melina Pintadina. Melina Pintadina. Pintadina. I'm going to get some weird shit. Galena Pintadina. I don't know. What is this? This looks awful. How come everything's like chickens and shit? I feel like Looney Tunes used to be way cooler. This got 9 million. Oh my God. Let's see what it's about. All right, sure. Let's watch this one. Galena Pintadina 5. Is it up there with like Peppa Pig? I hated Peppa Pig even when I had to watch, even when I gave it to kindergarten kids because I didn't feel like doing shit. I still hated it. I can't play any of the sound, can I? Is it just all in Spanish? Is that the thing? Just trying to teach all these kids Spanish? I don't know. If I was a parent, I don't care. I feel like I'm still showing my young kid cool shit. I say that now because I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night, but I don't know. Come on. There's so many cool cartoons. It's just flashy, wild shit. They don't care. What is this? All right. That's enough. I don't care what it is. It's garbage. Or let's move the fuck on. To what? I don't know. Back to this dude. BMX. Let's check his channel. BMX Finger. Like, what could they be? BMX Finger. Again, not what I expected. It's all of it. He's got another channel. Finger Skateboard. Finger Scooter. If you search this somewhere else, you're going to get a lot different answers. Oh my God. What is he doing even? Are these just like collector's items, I guess? Like they're all different bikes. And then is he selling these on eBay or some shit? What is happening? BMX Tech Deck. Deck full. Is it just like unboxing these and shit? Who's watching all this? Like, are kids like watching this? Like, I mean, I guess I was looking at like a $4,000 Gucci thing. But are these kids like so into it? I had dirt bikes. I had a bunch of these little dirt bikes and shit. Was he just wearing a jacket? This is crazy. What? They just high-fived. Are they like teaching kids how to basically, this is ridiculous. This dude's probably like my age. I knew a dude in like in a shitty writing class in college that did like stop motion animation, like claymation and shit. Like that was his like major or something, or at least he was doing a project like that for a class. That guy is probably somewhere on YouTube now doing this kind of shit. Like he skidded and slowed it down. Oh my God. This is mental. Look at, they're like in some shitty suburb. It's just like a swamp. I want to turn this up so bad. I want to hear what it says. Is there like sound effects and shit? Oh my God, I should get into this. See, I just won't be able to stomach it. I'll be doing this in my backyard. I feel like such a dumbass. He just moonwalked through the mud. This guy's a genius. Oh, it's stuck. There's a whole storyline. He's going to pull him out of the mud. This is amazing. I mean, you got to give it to people. This guy just literally wrote a storyline. Look, he's got camo on and shit. Oh, he's stuck. He's got to put it into low gear. Oh my God. This is, it's like if I was autistic, you know what I mean? I would just be doing all this shit. You know, but like I have, unfortunately, a fucking shithead brain that I just tell myself like, that's dumb. Don't do that. You can't be doing that in the backyard. Come on. Yeah, it worked for this guy. It's called winning the lottery, but it's not. You just make the goddamn content horse shit. People are into it. Oh my God. Fingerboarding in Taiwan. Of course they're into it. Like I said, once Asia's into it, you're done for. Asia takes shit and elevates. Like, it's popular, but it's like not that popular. It's just popular enough for them to get wind of it. And then they get into it, elevate it to such a level where kids watch that shit and just go like, what the fuck? Like, you can do that with that thing? Yeah, their parents are like, yeah, they spent all their time on that. It took them like 10 years to do it. You can do that thing. Like, the kid just sees the amazing thing. Like, you know what I mean? You watch like a Japanese chick play a guitar solo. She's going like this and fucking crazy shit. And you're like, oh, I want to play guitar. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't see Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars in the next 3 months of your life. You know, you just see that shit shredding. So that's what Asia does. Then they what would be the word? What are these guys? YouTube makes me sick. Almost 1 million subscribers. What these dudes do parkour? Who are these guys? What is this? Chopstick piano. You know what? Look at that. I judge these guys as tech deck guys. They're into all sorts of weird shit. You know what? I'm subscribing. You just earned yourself subscribers. So you just have good shit, I guess. And these Kuma things. Now I wish I went to Taiwan. What a dick I am. I lived in Asia and never went to Taiwan. I mean, you know, I wanted to. I'd like to go to Taipei. From what I've seen, there's a lot of like wiener shaped foods and like weird markets and shit. This is nuts. All right, I'll have to check this out later. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Asia takes, then elevates. That doesn't rhyme. I don't know why I thought it would. Either way, I got a lot to do. I'm pumped about just getting my house set up, and I'm pumped about just like getting into games and shit and doing fun shit with people, like hanging out. I think I just shed shit too many times, but it's the only way to describe it. I just want to get into stuff, play games, and just have fun. You know, even just playing like poker for a minute felt good, even though I was getting reamed still. My real point in all this is like the whole bachelor party thing was nuts and abusive on every level. And it was horrible in many ways, behaviorally. If anybody saw us, we were animals. But the thing is, it was such a positive force. Like, there was so much laughter. There's so much happiness and just joking around that, like, even though there was all that awfulness, it's like, had I just drank like 6 beers on a random night, would probably almost be worse, even though it wasn't a big deal, just having a couple of beers. It's like there wasn't all the laughter and the beauty of it. It was just like, I was kind of like, watching basketball, blah, blah, whatever. Right. So it's like, I realized like you would think just going on like a healthy retreat or like getting like in a groove where you've just been working out and you're eating good and you're eating vegetables and everything's going well. You would think that would be like the motivating positive thing, or just force that would move you. Which it might have been the weather as much as also we got stuck in a squall. So I don't mean just the warm weather, just intense weather, just something so different and extreme. And again, it all just came down to this law I tried to just write down, which was to change trajectory, people require a force greater than or equal to their own ego. So I will say it again, to change trajectory, people require a force greater than or equal to their own ego. So it's like, it doesn't necessarily have to be positive. Obviously, you want things to be positive in your life for the most part. Not all the time. You want that contrast, but to just move yourself even just out of anything. Sometimes even a bad move isn't really, it looks like that at first. So, it just takes something powerful, which it could have been 3 days of just raging, binge drinking, but like the laughter and just the chaos of it all, just to change your reality just enough. Or it could be, a quiet beach retreat somewhere where you, just swim in the ocean and just hike and do all these beautiful things. It's just extreme enough. And I don't mean extreme in the sense like dangerous. It's just outside of the spectrum. It's to an end far enough that it pushes you past yourself, your current self, right? Because there's other parts of yourself. That's what it does for me. Like every time I go on a hike, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm the kind of dude that like hikes. I love this shit. This feels great. Like I feel alive. I'm moving. It feels amazing. That's what you need to move me to that place where I'm that person. And like what I captured a little bit of, even though we were just like hanging out of the house and drinking, but like the extremes of the weather and the frozen lake, we're right on this lake. It was gorgeous. And being up at 6:50 in the morning, I was the only human being around. The sun's coming up over these mountains and just it looked like I was on a different planet. This sheen of pinks and purples and yellows shining off of the glass like ice. It was beautiful. And it was just like, it smashed into who I've been the last couple of weeks or who I currently am or whatever I've been up to, and just showed me this little, like, it's more of like a tear, right? It's just like, all right, I'm losing my shit. It tears open a window, right? It just cuts a hole into seeing through who you currently are to other aspects of yourself. And that's like, really, when I went to Yosemite, I went to these national parks, I'm like, I know what I want in life. Like, life is easy. I want to see these beautiful places. I want to go here with my loving, beautiful girlfriend and our dog. And we're going to go and we're travel and see these places and get out into nature. I feel so like just good inside. Like everything just feels right. And then that wanes, right? And then maybe it's just the traveling in general does that for me. Traveling, I go like, yes. So maybe that was even just this. It was kind of like traveling, just being up in the mountains, changing your environment is so goddamn important. And that's what I'm saying. You just need something. It requires a force greater than or equal to your ego. That's all I'm going to say. Not all I'm going to say. I've said it 3 times already. It's just a nice thought that I'm going to mull over. But that's enough for today. Thanks for joining me. As always, I'll see you next time.
Rock and roll, baby.
I got to get a Sambo. Here's the thing.
Yeah, man, come on. Yeah. Keeping that down.
Everyone thinks not doing shit's easy, but it's not. Fucking
I'm
night.
gonna get weird and go paint some stuff.
That's enough of this bullshit for one day.
Sometimes you just got to slam them fuckers. Oh, sure.